Hi, I'm Eric Gimbal from ericgimbal.com, and today I'm going to present you the Lumix LX100. There is a long time I wanted to try to test it, and I did not manage to get one in my hand. So luckily Jorge, a friend, lent me one, so I'm going to try it. So during the video you will see I change clothes, basically because I have to give it back so you can work with it. So I just record the introduction right now, and then I will tell you my conclusion later. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ericgimbal. Visit my website, ericgimbal.com. If you have any question, you can send me an email to info@ericgimbal.com. Okay, let's carry on with the testing. Okay, as I explained, I was going to try the camera because I had to give it back straight away and give you my conclusion later. So here I am. As you can see, it's a bit colder now, and I'm in my recording studio. So we're going to speak about the Lumix LX100 and my conclusion. To tell you that this is a 16 megapixel sensor, but you actually use only 12.8 because you can change the format of the picture. You can have it 16:9 or 4:3 or 1:1, which is square. So just to make sure you do not lose resolution, Lumix has decided that it uses the part of the sensor that it really needs, but it does not reduce the resolution, which is really good because very often when we make a picture and when we want to reframe it with a different format, then we lose resolution. In this case you will not. Okay, the lens is a 24 to 75 millimeters. At the widest aperture on 24 millimeters it's 1.7, and on 75 millimeters 2.8. So it's quite a luminous lens. Okay, and this camera has 4K video, and I think this is why so many people spoke about this camera when it came out, because it was like, oh great, 4K video in a compact camera. So many people really spoke about the 4K, the video, the quality, all this, but I think they did not stress the point on photography. And so this is why I wanted to try this camera, but look specifically at the photography side of it, not the video side of it. Okay, I want to say that people who follow me, they know that I am a big fan of Lumix and Panasonic, because I think they do give really good product for the price they have. And so this is a camera I wanted to buy, so I was really happy when my friend Jorge lent me the camera so I could try it. Okay, so color-wise, the colors are quite good. I think they respect the vivid, the fine, the colors are good. Noise, from 800 ISO there is already a bit of noise, and on 1600 there is quite a lot of noise, which I was surprised because I think some Lumix have a bit less noise than this one. Okay, there is a system called Zebra, so you avoid overexposing your picture, and you have to learn how to use it really well, because I think it's far too safe and you end up with underexposed pictures. A lot more than I would expect. I would expect that it would bring me to the limit of burning of picture, but not that low, that far of the limit, because then you have underexposed picture. Okay, the flash synchro, it's synchronized at all speeds, so it's great because you put if you want a larger flash, you put a larger flash unit on the camera and you can really light your subject and have the background against the sun and overpower the sun if you want. So I think this is, having all this in a compact camera, this is great. Something very often you cannot do with the reflex without using specific material. Okay, so I think I used a manual flash, a Yongnuo flash, I put it on the camera, it was fine. Okay. Video quality, I tested the camera with a friend who knows very well the Lumix GH4, and it told me that the GH4 has a superior quality. I know that many people are comparing this small camera with the GH4, and I think he saw me some video test, and really I think the DH4 is superior. So it's logical. I mean, I don't think Panasonic is going to be that stupid to put something that costs half the price of the GH4 and give the same or better quality, obviously. So let's get to the picture quality. And for me, it has been a really big disappointment. Why? Well, we tested at 24, 35, 50 and 75 millimeters at all apertures. So on 24 millimeters, from 1.7 to f8, all the corners are really they're really not, I mean, sharpness is not there, so it's really short of sharpness. Okay, on 35 millimeters, same thing until f8. So on f8 and f11, then the sharpness is fine. On 50 millimeters, the same thing. f8 and f11 escape, but the rest no. On 75 millimeters, 2.8 is almost okay, and then this is fine at f4, 5, 6, f8, f11. So really, there is where you have the sharpness on 75 millimeters. Okay, we tried the lens on the 4/3 format and the 16:9 format also. So where you know that you have a 16:9 format, it's like a fringe like this, so you don't really use all the lens. So lack of sharpness should not be that much that noticeable, but it is. So I think the lens is really this is made by Leica, so designed by Leica. The lens is designed by them, and I think this result is quite disappointing if you think of the price of this camera, and if you think of the expectation created and the result that they promise. And I'm wondering what these very famous bloggers and YouTubers have really tested on this camera, because I guarantee that if you make a normal picture, like Jorge, my friend Jorge, who lent me the camera, made some disco picture. So many people were moving all this. So obviously you have some parts that are out of focus because they're in the bokeh side. But really, if you make a picture as we did on a wall against the typical target for testing lenses, you see that it's really not the results are not there. So I don't know what kind of test they've made, or if they are getting paid by Panasonic, but for that price range, this was a really great disappointment. Only a few blogs I've read mentioned that problem, that the corners were really loose and the quality was not as expected and announced. Okay, so I tell you, this is a camera I wanted to buy, and this is a camera I will not buy because I think the quality is not there. For family picture, if the camera cost half the price, I would say yes, but and I would accept this lack of sharpness. But for that price range and a pro camera, this is unacceptable. Okay, thank you for watching me. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ericgibault. My website, ericgibault.com. If you have any question, you can send me an email at info@ericgibault.com. My Twitter, ericgibault, my Google+, ericgibault, and my Facebook, facebook.com/ericgibaultphoto. I don't know what else. Okay, thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you soon.